Oh my
God,
God.
All right, here we go. It is Mixed Reactions. It's episode 107. It's Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. I'm with Justin, Casey, and Nick. How's it going today, Nick?
I'm doing well. I'm kind of refreshed. Got a lot on my plate with this whole Patriots dynasty freaking I'm back kind of bullshit, but I'll shut that down soon.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. How about you today, Casey?
Oh, no complaints. I'm just ready to talk some playoff football.
And then the guy who's thrilled about the Patriots possibly being back. How's it going today, Justin?
Doing all right. I never said that we were completely back in Dynasty back, but we're back.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to say it. Your enthusiasm speaks loud enough. So, guys, let's get into it, man. I'm gonna just start with Justin. I'll go all the way around. What's one, and then we'll just kind of get into the general discussion. What's one thing about Wildcard Weekend that surprised you?
Um, I would probably say Caleb Williams' comeback against the Packers. I did when they're down 21 points in the fourth quarter. I did not see them coming back, not one bit.
Me either. Me
And
either.
they put on up 23 unanswered points to win that game.
And Caleb Williams made the throw of the year
Mm.
so far on that 4th and 6. That was one of the greatest throws. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment, but that was one of the best throws I've ever seen.
If not
Rolling
the
out to
best
his
throw,
left,
definitely one of the most clutch throws ever.
rolling out to his left, cross body, almost did the Jordan symbol
Hmm.
as he released it,
Right.
right in the basket. It was something else, and it just speaks to what we've talked about all season long, and that's just the development of Caleb Williams. So I fully agree with you, Justin. That was my biggest surprise as well. So keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic, but yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I just that was one I did not see. I mean, I had the Packers winning that game before we made our picks, and I felt pretty comfortable going into that fourth quarter up 21. Not the first job is secure, though it's still secure, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Um, but I was also kind of let down by Trevor Lawrence at the last drive because I figured because Jacksonville was moving the ball all afternoon long
Mm.
against Jacksonville. I mean against Buffalo, I should say. Blech. Um, and right when you have your opportunity, I mean, obviously Josh Allen put on a Superman cape and got the Bills through, as Josh Allen does. Um, but I expected more than on that final drive from Trevor Lawrence than the first throw pick to win the game.
Yeah,
That it was one of Oh, go ahead,
go
Nick. Go
man.
ahead.
I was gonna
No,
say,
you're good.
well,
Go.
with that game, you want to know the tempo where I saw everything change is when they did the tush push and Josh
Yep.
Allen got carried for another 9 yards through, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's the same.
That's when I knew it was like, okay, they're gonna unless Trevor Lawrence has a last second gasp, because now at the end of the first half of that game, that I don't know how the fuck you call that an offsides call because the ball was not snapped when that clock hit zero.
That was ridiculous. That was some home cooking
So
right there.
not really. I mean, the clock had yet to hit zero at the time frame of when the center was starting his snap. And so by the definition, the play
It
had
looked
started.
and to me it looked like the center had not yet started the snap. So I mean, again, it was like by fractions of a second, mind you, fractions of a second.
I
But
hear you. I think on the broadcast they did a pretty good job of explaining it that the
oh,
center's
they did.
hand motion had started to move
Hmm.
before the clock hit the triple zeros. So to me, it was the correct call. I agree, it's fractions of a second, 1,000%. But I do think it was the correct call.
But Cam Little missing that call, like you said in the chat, came back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I called it right then. I knew that was
You
going to
did.
happen.
You did.
Because they kept on bragging about it. If they just shut up about it, 68, 67, 68-yard field goals, he would have never missed that damn thing.
Hmm.
And of course, the very first thing they do is when they pop on the TV, they don't even talk about anyone on Jacksonville. They talk about Cam Little and how he's making these fucking clutch shots and these big shots. And I'm like, you guys need to stop. And of course, when that happened, that whole play went down. I'm like, they got it. And then I'm like, here comes Cam Little, automatic. And I'm like,
Shake.
everybody, he hasn't missed. He hasn't missed. And there it was.
And he was 8 out of 10 going, 8 out of 10 for 50 or longer going into that kick. It was like, I mean, the numbers show that he should make that kick, 8 out of 10 going into the kick, but
of course
he wasn't automatic. He's not automatic like Vinatieri or Janikowski.
Look, I'll say one of my biggest surprises of the weekend as well. And it gives credit and it gives solace to what we talked about the previous week when we were discussing Coach of the Year. And that's the 49ers going into Philadelphia, losing George Kittle so early in the game, and still managing to come out with a win. And it's just a testament to what they've been doing all season long. It's a next man up approach. And I know that's the whole thing in the NFL in general, but it really resonates this year with the 49ers, that next man up mentality. And I could not be more impressed. You know, Brock Purdy now has 4 game-winning drives in the playoffs since 2022. There's only one quarterback who has more, and it's Patrick Mahomes with 5, and no other quarterback has more than 1. And so we can say what we want about Brock Purdy, but he's clutch when it matters the most. He makes the right throws at the right time. Now, unfortunately, that's probably going to come to an end this weekend because I don't know how they're going to fare against a well-rested Seattle team without George Kittle, but it does remain to be seen. And you've got to give a lot of credit where it's due. And that was also one of, like I said, one of my biggest surprises was being as down bad as they are, going into the home of the Super Bowl champions and winning a road playoff game. It can't be understated how important that was.
Yeah.
It kind of shows you how the impact of Kyle Shanahan is to that team, how well he's organized his whole player roster is just there's somebody always ready to go. And you know what? He's used to it. I don't think he's had a healthy roster since he started. I can't remember. Every time there's always somebody major out. And it's all because of stupid fucking plays. Everything can really go against this guy. What would have happened if Fred Warner never would have got injured? Going on in halftime or whatever, freaking swapping out and going back on the field, against Kansas City in that Super Bowl. Things change. And, of course, they're injured this year. And him and Bosa. It's stunning to see Kyle Shanahan handle his business.
I was also surprised to see how poorly Philadelphia played.
Wasn't. The writing was on the wall all season long.
It was the writing was on the wall all season long. Don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously, you go through 5 offensive coordinators in 5 years. I mean, what do you expect? But you have arguably the best running back in the game in Saquon Barkley, a relatively elite receiving core, and you don't use them to their best advantages.
That's Nick Sirianni. He can't coach. And I'll say that really clear. He couldn't coach last year. They took away his offensive play calls. The guy cannot coach. I don't care. He sucks.
They did get rid of their offensive coordinator today, Kevin. I can't think of his last name to save my life. Starts with the P. Patullo. Thank you very much. But, I mean, something's got to give there, too.
They played the scapegoat game. They found who they needed. And then next year, when they have another offensive coordinator, Nick Sirianni's running his mouth, it's going to be the same result because nothing's going to change.
No, it won't. It's going to be the same thing in Philadelphia next year. And I agree with Nick. I don't think Nick Sirianni is a very good coach. I think he got put into a hell of a roster and a hell of a system and has benefited from it. You got to think about this too. A.J. Brown is more than likely on his way out of Philadelphia. I can't see a scenario where he stays. Obviously, him and Sirianni had that heated discussion during the mix of that game. A.J. Brown had a big drop. You could see there was rifts all season long, so I don't foresee him staying in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's definitely a problem. He's been a problem last year. He was reading a book on the sidelines in the playoffs, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's normal." That ain't normal. Get your head out of your ass and fucking close that off. If he was on my team, I would have threw that fucking book. Go read it in the library. Get your ass going. Pisses me off. He bothers me. I hate that guy. I don't know why. I just hate him.
Now, obviously, Justin, your team had a game this weekend. Ian, your team had a game this weekend. I want to save the most interesting game for last. And Ian, that was your team, obviously. So, Justin, let's talk about your Patriots here just for a brief moment.
Sure.
Obviously, your defense was absolutely stellar. The pass rush was phenomenal. You were disguising up schemes that the offensive line and quite frankly, Justin Herbert couldn't see coming. Maybe that's another conversation we need to have a little bit down the road. Justin Herbert now 0-3 in playoff scenarios. Being unbiased in looking at it through an objective lens, I don't think Drake May played very well. He had one good drive.
Yep.
He had one good drive. And other than that, I think he was, I don't want to say playoff jitters, but he did not have a strong performance. Your running game was solid. 100% the running game was solid that whole game. But what won New England the game, hands down, was defense.
And that was interesting because going into the game, we, aside from the Raiders game, we hadn't gone a single game scoring less than 26 to 28 points in a game. So the fact that we only could score 16 definitely shows that our offense was not ready for the day, I think, more than anything. Drake did not have a good game by any stretch. Through the early pick, a couple fumbles. It was probably his worst performance since the Pittsburgh game, I would say, at least to the eye test. Now, he could still, the 35, 36-yard run that he took off on, that was fantastic. The running game, like you said, was stellar.
Are we talking whole games or just in general? Because if you talk about the worst, his worst performance, I think, was the second half of the Buffalo game in totality.
I would say overall.
Then I agree. Yeah, it was his worst performance since Pittsburgh. Then yeah, I fully agree there without question.
But there was some post-game talk that the Chargers offensive players had no idea what the Patriots defensively were doing. No clue whatsoever. Is Justin Herbert alive or is he out of the hospital? Because holy shit. It looked like we were putting him in an early grave. He was just getting wrecked every which direction. Now,
it's so tough. It's so tough.
There are a lot of people out.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of people out, yes, but they've had a lot of people out all year long and still have been able to get to where they were with all those people out. Now, not saying that that's any excuse or anything like that or anything of that nature, but despite all of those injuries, the Chargers still were in line to supplant the Broncos for the AFC West, despite those injuries.
Correct.
But I can't understate this enough. The fact that Milton Williams came back, which was the reason why the Patriots' run defense fell off a cliff mid-season, can't be understated.
Absolutely not. He was spectacular all night long.
And I'm curious to see how Gonzalez recovers because he definitely got his bell rung again. I think it's the second time this year.
If he has a concussion, if it's confirmed, unfortunately, I think he's going to be out on Sunday.
Right.
And I don't think that. Yeah, Nico Collins. What's the status on Nico? Does anybody know the official status?
Nico's in protocol.
He's in protocol too. Okay, so this could get very mucky for both teams. This could be a very, very low scoring affair.
It could be a slug it out who blinks first kind of on the defensive side of things kind of game.
I think it's going to be like I think it's going to be like the Chargers. I think it's going to be the same scenario type game where the defense is just going to hold down. I don't have nothing against Drake May, but he was the biggest flaw for you guys. Everybody, you want to know how I knew Drake May was really the flaw? Is when New England Patriot fans are saying it was a great team win. You know how many times I saw May this, May that? It may never happen that game because he was fucking atrocious. And I will say, if May does go through this one more game, and he does have these fumbles, he does have that problem when he goes against defenses that are tough. Some reason he can't cradle that ball back into his stomach, and he always fumbles it. And I will say, if at the end of the game, if I will not be shocked if they take advantage of this situation. They will. I think they will more than what. Inside the 5, you got to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, there was no excuse. That was bullshit. I can't believe that play call.
That pick was awful. It was off a deflection, mind you. So there's only so much that Drake could have done about that. But
bad throw, though.
It
was a bad throw.
Bad throw. But you're inside the 10-yard line. Gimme touchdown area.
Yeah.
Why did Justin Herbert scramble 3 straight plays after that? Like, yeah, Justin Herbert is mobile. He's got wheels. He's not Josh Allen.
No.
I think because we were in man defense for the majority of the early part of the game, so he really didn't have anyone that he could throw to.
I get it, but at some point you have to trust your receiver and take a one-on-one shot.
You trust
And
the
see if
receiver?
you're.
Would you trust? I mean, they had Keenan Allen was locked down for 90% of the game.
But Justin, this was early in the game. This was the
Oh,
second drive.
I know. I'm just, but
You know
no,
what I mean?
I agree. I absolutely agree. You have to take that shot. I disagreed with them going for it late or that early, that deep on in fourth downs, like because we'd already stopped in three plays in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the points.
And what I think Nick is saying on this, and I agree with him on this standpoint, I think if Drake May has another performance like he did this past Sunday.
Oh, then we're probably going to lose unless we can pull a Houdini. Agreed.
I think Houston will win if Drake May has another performance like that.
Because we really don't know what Drake May is about, and like I don't like bringing back up the schedule because really don't need the schedule to show what New England is as a team. But Drake May has been beneficial from it as he should for a second-year player. I think we saw a lot, and people get mad at me because I said I think I see a lot of Drake May coming out right now, showing that he does not have the experience and he doesn't look like he could even get comfortable. If he wasn't running, that's the only thing that was really like making him feel good. Other than that, he looked just as shook as Justin Herbert in some of those situations.
The thing that
It just
separated
didn't
him
feel
that
right.
game, the thing that separated Herbert and May that game is May was able to compose himself and have that one nice drive where he threw. I'll be fully complete. A dot, a absolute dime to Hunter Henry for that touchdown.
He was
Herbert
also
couldn't
making
do that.
uncharacteristic throws too. He threw it over him too. That was also happening.
The,
There was
the
a couple of those. I
overthrow
was like,
to Austin
don't you
Hooper,
wish you had those back?
that was a because that's not a throw he would miss during the regular season. I think this first game again, not I don't want to call it playoff yips, but it looked like yips.
I think it was just. I think it's a matter of just. I think the Chargers beat themselves too. I'm not going to take away this W for New England because this is big. This is a big win for them. But if they play like that, if they played like that, and anybody in this wild card, actually, except for Pittsburgh, I think they could have beat Pittsburgh and the Chargers this week. But if they were playing anybody else, I think they're out.
Oh, see, I agree there too. And Justin knows this. He's not a delusional fan. If New England plays like they did against the Chargers, if they play like that against somebody like Buffalo, they're gonna lose. No question about it.
Play like that against Houston, we're gonna lose.
Possibly, I still think
the only thing I would say
defense plays
Houston's
as well as it
offense
did.
is nothing is not great comparatively. I think
That's what I'm saying. I think if you play like that against Houston, I think you would probably be a toss up. But if you play like that against Buffalo, you're getting routed.
play that against Denver, we're probably also getting routed.
Oh, especially in Denver, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ian, we thought you guys had the easiest game of the week. We thought this was the no-brainer. You won, so be happy. But what the fuck happened?
Pull that shit out of your ass.
I get people all the time. They ask what would happen if the Rams somehow lost to the Panthers. I guess we'll never know. You remember that Kanye West thing? I don't care, man. I mean, it was a playoff game. We won on the road against the team we lost to earlier in the year. I mean, granted, we started out amazing. And our secondary for quite a while there. I mean, we were just getting carved up. I mean, we had a few. I don't know if it was Byron Young. I forgot who it was, but we had a chance to wrap him up in the backfield. I mean, he escaped and made a huge play. Like I said, I didn't get worried, man, until they took the lead in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, oh shit. And then we just went right down and boom, and
Yeah,
scored.
that was such a phenomenal drive by Stafford at the end. Absolutely.
Did you hear
drive.
Devontae Adams' presser when he mentioned what Stafford said when they began that drive?
Mm-mm.
No.
Snatch their hearts.
Let's snatch these bitch ass cold hearts out of them.
All right. No, I didn't.
As he should have.
I didn't see that, but yeah, man, I'm not too worried. Obviously, I like our depth at tight end. Um, Still, regardless,
That pass to Peterson was clutch.
oh, to Parkinson.
Parkinson, thank you.
No, you're
One
good.
of it was a beautiful throw. Beautiful.
I mean, we just had some uncharacteristic Puka. There was one where he just couldn't hang on to it.
Dropped a
Um,
gimme touchdown.
was it I think Mumfield. Somebody else dropped a bad one too. I mean, we were just dropping balls left and right. We weren't making the catches, and we still ended up winning. Like I said, I'm not tripping too much. Our secondary was getting burned. I mean, quite a few plays. I mean, it looks like what was at the end of this? The end of the second quarter, at the end of one of the quarters, I mean, he was just carving us up. I mean, we couldn't do anything. I mean, they were moving down the
The end
field
of the
with
third,
such
I
ease.
think it was when he was carving him out.
And that's the thing too. I mean, Shuba Hubbard, he only had 46 yards. He gets 2 touchdowns. I'm not too worried about it, man. I mean, this isn't, survive in advance. It's survive in advance, but it's not like I don't think there's necessarily such a thing as survive. They say, oh, you survive. I don't think there's really such a thing in the NFL playoffs. Like, if you win, it's an accomplishment in and of itself. We went on the road, we won a game. Now we have to go to Chicago. I'm glad we got that shit out of our system because we're gonna have to go on the cold. And if we can lose in a game like this at Charlotte where it's mildly raining, we could definitely lose at the Bears. So good win. I'm glad we got out of our system, and I think not gonna spoil my pick, but I think we do it again next week.
That's spoiling your pick.
That's exactly what I did, but still.
I think it's just a matchup of Carolina. I think they just have the Rams number with it for some reason. Just the offense, the young offense on Carolina, just going against you guys' defense is just something you can't explain.
And I
Freaking
think
Bryce Young. If it wasn't for Stafford throwing that touchdown pass, Bryce Young had the nicest, smoothest throw right over in the corner out there, dude. I was like, oh my
the one
god,
to Coker, yeah.
that
The
was
one to take the lead,
beautiful.
yeah.
I was like, there's
That's
this
a beautiful
hallmark
throw.
moment right there. It
Yeah,
was
that
beautiful.
that was just that was one of the best games of the weekend, if not the best. Every game up until the last two were absolute nail biters from start to finish. It was one of the best weekends of wild card football that I can remember in a long time.
Going,
Now let me
going.
take you to that.
Mhm.
This is what the NFL wants. As you can see, our generation, the hard hitting's gone. The second chances for quarterbacks to get these touchdowns now. You touch them wrong, they get that flag. It's another set of downs, ready to go again. I want to know what the stat is on how many quarterbacks get touchdowns from having a penalty for roughing the passer. Because it's this is what they want, and it's happening. We had the
Right.
best
I'm a
wild
little
card.
curious. I mean, there's been replay after replay that I've seen of the Rogers strip sack fumble. He got hit right in the helmet. Why didn't they call roughing the passer then? They've been calling it all year long.
That's what
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
fully
Like
agree.
that would have been another set of downs. And I'm like I said, that's what they want. As you can see, the kids younger than us, all these 18 and younger, they never saw what we saw as kids. You know what I mean? So now they don't get the hard hits. And we're gonna have more rules. The NFL's loving this. Goodell loves his quarterbacks healthy. This is what they want. And it's I don't know where we're gonna be in 10 years, but I think there's going to be more quarterback rules coming.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Going away
I
from
don't
the
know what more
topic
they
of
could add.
What's that?
I said I don't know what more they could add.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. As long as they can keep these high scoring games going,
Mhm.
they're saying this is the best season we've seen in a while. I'm not going to say that. I think this season's been good, though. But I mean, like, what? There's second chances. There's so much shit going on. It's just not football anymore. It's throw the ball. No one liked the New England Chargers game, but it was a lot of great defense out there. And
Phenomenal
we're not
defense.
we'll acknowledge it, but no one thinks like it was all good until those two games. Which I mean, the Texas game, it was all defense.
Or the Patriots Rams most recent Super Bowl when the Patriots beat the Rams like it was 13-3. It wasn't a great offensive spectacle, but it was a defensive chess match.
But no one
Yeah.
cared for it. That was a sloppy game. Like, they are usually when the defense is doing well. I mean, the offense has got to be sloppy. That's what has to happen. And I think that we saw a lot of it with fucking Aaron Rodgers couldn't do shit.
No, you could.
But that's
He's
what
gonna
I'm saying.
retire.
Like Yeah. Oh, geez, Mike Tomlin stepping down and John Harbaugh. It's imagine if they swapped.
I mean, that's what they
We
were
were
I was
saying
talking
talking
about
about
that
earlier.
that.
earlier, actually. Speaking of which, because we've only got like 8 minutes left, there's 9 different head coaching positions available in the NFL right now, as of with Tomlin stepping down as the Steelers' third ever coach. Where do you see the top echelon coaches that have been fired relocating, if they do relocate for that matter?
So that's John Harbaugh. Mike Tomlin technically wasn't fired; he stepped down.
Pittsburgh owns his contract rights, so if he were to go to a different franchise, he'd have to effectively trade for him.
Yeah, so that's going to rule out any AFC team for Tomlin. I know you said the Falcons for Harbaugh. I can really see Harbaugh going to the Steelers.
That'd be such a. I mean, can you imagine?
It would
I think
be
that
It'd be a good fit, but the only thing is,
I
it'd be
can't.
a great fit.
I can see that happening. Did you guys hear that owner talk about when they informed him that Mike Tomlin just got was just stepping down and all that, and he's like, "Well, it'd be nice if he came over here." And then he said, "What stops John Harbaugh from getting fired if you guys won? If you guys would have won this game against this, if you would have won the Steelers game and gotten to the playoffs?" He said, "It's just week by week." He already had it in his head. It's like, dude, I'm like, you want him? Why don't you just fire him this year? I was confused.
yeah.
Another
Yeah.
week. He had another week. Weird.
Cliff
Yeah.
Kingsbury was interviewing, I believe, for the Giants job. I heard correctly. Um, Mike McDaniel's interviewed for an OC position as well as a head coaching spot.
If I'm going strategy, I go to Atlanta because that the AFC South is. I mean, the NFC South is not. It's not something special. You already got a team go. Geez, Atlanta's got a really good team. They just need
Hence
to
the
get
reason I
fucking
suggested
in
Harbaugh.
gear. Yeah, that would make sense. Tampa Bay fell down. Fucking Carolina, they're uprising, but are they really? You know, like it's
They're
just
basically,
I
I
would
mean,
go
you
there.
need a 500 team to get into the playoffs if you're the NFC South.
Yeah,
Pretty
Basically.
you don't
much.
even need to be 500.
There's a lot
That's
of
where
good
I go.
opportunities out there. There's a lot of good opportunities out there with some good teams.
I don't know if it was AI generated, but it showed Mike McDaniels on a fucking merry-go-round wrapped in Gucci with a smile on his face.
Definitely AI
So
generated.
McDaniel interviewed for Baltimore
Oh, for the
McDaniel did?
OC.
for their head coach.
Oh, he did.
Uh,
That's he. No, that's not going to happen.
I don't see
Chris
that.
no.
Chris Shula might
Bro,
end up getting a position.
Brian Flores I interviewed for Baltimore so far. I know that.
That'd be a good
I don't
fit.
want him out. He needs to stay another year. We're just getting
He's
going.
not. He's not gonna. There's too many head coaching offers, Nick.
Well, that lawsuit he still has against the NFL for being racist and all that shit, that might stop him from getting the jobs for right now.
Maybe it could. That's a possibility.
I
Todd
don't want
Monken is the
that.
name that
What
gets
about
tossed out a
what
lot.
would you say is the least desirable location if you were in the coaching carousel? Where's the
Arizona.
least?
Miami.
I was gonna say Miami, but I don't.
Vegas
I
may be
mean, if
pretty
you're gonna
shitty
go by
too.
money wise, tax free and everything, why wouldn't you?
Vegas
Nice
has the
weather.
number one pick though. So
Well, because the Dolphins are also $32 million in debt for their salary cap.
Mhm.
Probably going to take another hit if Tyreek can't come back.
Yeah, what are the Raiders gonna do?
Well, the Raiders have $100 million in cap space and the number one pick. Like the Raiders, I know they're a joke of a franchise, but that's a interesting destination for the right coach right now with that much cap space. And they do have young talent. Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, like they have talent. They have young
With the
talent on
first
that
round
team.
pick, gonna get that Indiana kid.
they're gonna get
Yeah.
Mendoza. That's
Oh,
no
yeah.
Mendoza,
question
yeah.
about it.
Slam dunk. It's a slam dunk that he's going to the Raiders.
Yeah, without question.
They're
Unless he
not
tears
trading
his
that
ACL.
thing.
That might be the most intriguing place to go. Then
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. The Raiders, I would say Arizona. I mean, look at the division that Arizona's in, and look at how lack of talent they are. Like,
Yeah.
just compared to the other teams in the division.
Yeah, no, Arizona's a good choice too. I
Giants
think
interview
it's
Mike
Miami.
McCarthy.
Who said it? Who said it 6 months ago?
I know.
What? Who is it?
I told y'all.
Mike
Mike
McCarthy, the
McCarthy,
Giants.
the Giants. I said it 6 months ago.
Wait,
As
he
soon
just
as
went there?
Dayball got
No,
fired.
he's interviewing. He interviewed with them.
Oh. I go out to
Because
John Harbaugh.
we were talking about who's going to be a good replacement for Dayball, and I said it's gonna be Mike McCarthy. Mark my words. That's
Something
so funny
safe.
that he. Yeah,
Something safe for sure. No, I thought maybe I would go to the race. Did you ever see the freaking Raiders are paying from John Gruden all the way from Antonio Pierce? They're still paying
They're still
to
paying
Pete
these
Carroll.
coaches.
They're paying
They're
these
paying
guys.
McDaniels.
Yeah, and McDaniel. They're all on different teams. They're not even playing. I mean, they're not even coaching.
That's
What
crazy.
a wild stat.
They're like $150 million in debt to these guys that aren't even on the roster.
No, John Gruden's over here making YouTube videos, still getting paid by the freaking Raiders.
Right?
Did you see that video too of Aaron Rodgers walking to the sideline and getting ready to go out down on back to the tunnel after he was all done the game? The guy goes, "Retire, Rodgers!"
Yeah, Aaron, retire. Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
geez, dude. These people are relentless, dude. They don't care.
they do not care.
Aaron Rodgers
They
They don't care about feelings. They hate you.
No.
Just like that little boy there with the AJ Brown. AJ Brown, you gotta go. And then he was talking about the offensive coordinator. He's like a burger. He cooks on
Oh,
the
the
sun.
little
He's
fat.
rolling him.
Yeah.
He's like, I
Yes.
want Kevin Patullo to go somewhere that is not here.
He's like, I want him flipping burgers at the local McDonald's.
Yes.
What did he say about flipping the burgers again? He's like, you flip it
He
one
wanted
side.
Patullo to be flipping burgers at the McDonald's like 5 states away. Or some shit like that.
He's like, I got these tickets for a birthday present.
Or no, it was his Christmas. That was his Christmas present.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit, dude. People are so blunt now. It's just hilarious. Oh man.
Before we get off, because we got like a minute left, Ian, what the hell is going on with the Ducks?
Free falling, man. Maybe next year.
Justin, fuck the Ducks. What's going on with the Black Bears, dude? My goodness, what a pathetic weekend.
Blame Canada.
Oh my god, what a pathetic.
You want to know what's
fucking
going on in
weekend.
college football world? Indiana's taking it. They're
Yeah.
I
Cinderella
called it.
moment.
I fucking
That
called
stew's
Indiana
gonna
to win
fit
this shit.
now. They're good. Boy, they just freaking the Oregon Ducks had no. I'm like, I felt bad for them, dude. I'm like, you guys should just go home. It was horrible. Miami
Yeah,
coming up
Bama
clutch
getting
too.
wrecked. I mean, god damn.
I did
See,
not
guys,
Yeah,
expect Miami to win.
No, not at all.
before we get
Definitely,
cut off.
Yeah. We got like 15 seconds. I'll see you guys
Oh,
in
you
part
can see
two.
the seconds? My bad. I won't jump
I
in
can
then. I
see
didn't
it.
know if you could see the seconds for sure.
I can see the
See
second.
All right,
y'all in
fellas.
part 2.